Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Something to Think About. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And if you want, share this video with others. I do appreciate that as well. If you care to support my content, you can pick up a copy of my book, Limited Duty. It's available on Amazon, and I'll leave a link in the comment section where you can order one. And remember that a percentage of every book sale goes to helping the Wounded Warrior organization. So now let's get on with something to think about. When they do it, it's a mistake. When we do it, it's a crime. When my oldest child was a toddler, her mother did not believe in corporal punishment. So instead of a swat on the butt for her misbehavior, her mother instituted sending her to the timeout corner, where she was to stay until she apologized for her inappropriate conduct. What first started out as a somewhat effective way of exercising discipline, our daughter gradually learned to scam the system. When her mother ordered her to the timeout corner, our daughter would quickly march to the assigned corner in our house, face the wall for a nanosecond before quickly turning around and uttering the words, "I'm sorry," and running off and resume playing. She learned that it wasn't necessary for her to reflect on her actions that sent her to the timeout corner in the first place. All that was necessary was to exclaim that she was sorry, even if she truly wasn't. And, she was absolved of her bad behavior. What I've noticed is that many of our so-called elites, consisting of the extremely wealthy, our political figures, and celebrities, employ this very same tactic when they get caught doing something that would land the average American in jail. These elites will say they're sorry, that they made a mistake or erred in judgment, or that it actually wasn't their fault, but somebody else's fault, and that's the reason they got into trouble. They never really display remorse for their actions, and in fact, they often repeat the action. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was caught getting her hair done during the lockdown after she had closed all the hair salons. Her excuse? She is the public face of Chicago and therefore needs to look her best. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, her excuse after the video of her at a closed San Francisco salon surfaced was that she was set up. She accepted responsibility for failing to recognize that she was being set up, but in the same breath demanded an apology from the salon owner. Then there's Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, being caught not once, but 3 times disobeying her stay-at-home orders and mask mandates when she attended Biden's inauguration with her daughters in January. She flew to Florida to visit her father in, I believe it was April, and most recently was photographed at a restaurant surrounded by non-mask wearing or socially distancing friends at a restaurant. The very action that had a restaurant owner in Michigan arrested, jailed, and forced to pay a $15,000 fine for not following Gretchen Whitmer's COVID mandates. Let's not forget her husband played the "my wife's the governor" card when he attempted to force a owner of a marina to launch the family boat, which was in direct violation of her lockdown mandates. Each of these women's apologies were the equivalent of my 3-year-old daughter running to the timeout corner, shouting, "I'm sorry," and running off without being penalized as others have been. I get it. They're lying. They know they're lying, and we know they're lying. Yet, our tendency is to excuse their criminality because it is somehow a part of their earned privilege. I would rather have them be honest with us and just say, "Yes, I did it, and I'll do it again, and I'm not sorry for what I did, because these rules don't apply to me." The symbol of American justice is the blindfolded lady holding the scales to signify that justice is blind, that it weighs the evidence equally for everyone, that everyone is to be subjected to the same laws regardless of race, color, creed, wealth, or status, and that evidence will be used to tip the scales to either guilt or innocence. But that is not the case anymore, and it's gotten blatantly worse. I understand we all make mistakes. We're human. But when a mistake is made, there is also supposed to be a consequence associated with that mistake, regardless of who you are. It may be a monetary fine, incarceration, or forfeiture of some kind. But when the consequences of one's mistake is not applied equally, how much longer can our society continue to function when it legislates there is a rule for thee, but not for me mentality? My guess is that we'll soon find out, and it'll be sooner than we think, because we've already started heading down that path. Thanks again for listening. Like, share, and follow as I appreciate that. Leave a comment, as I always appreciate hearing what you have to say or think, and continue to support our military and first responders. And as always, take care and God bless.